Hello everyone and welcome to Tea Time Crochet. Today we're going to be making this beanie. It's got a different band on it. I do want to apologize if you can hear the noise that's outside. They're doing some work out there. I'm not sure if you can hear that or not, but I do apologize for it if you can. Also, I apologize if the dogs bark because it's upsetting them, so hopefully they'll be done soon. But we're going to be making this beanie. It is my basic beanie, but it has a different type of ribbing for the band. So I hope that you can see that well. It's kind of cloudy today and my lighting's not very good, but I'm trying to do my best. So I think it's really cute, and it adds a different texture to it, which is kind of nice. And I'm going to be leaving the link to my basic beanie in the box below. I think I might say that in the tutorial already, but we're basically going to be working off the tutorial I've already done. We're just changing the band. So I'll get to the tutorial now. Okay, to start off with, the things that you're going to need are some worsted weight yarn. I'm going to be using Crafter's Secrets, and it is in Midnight Teal. It's a number 4 worsted weight, and the suggested hook size is 5.5 millimeter. But any worsted weight yarn will work. I'm going to be using a 5 millimeter hook because I know I've made this hat tons of times, so I know that I need a 5 millimeter hook for my tension. But I suggest you just use whatever hook your yarn suggests. You'll need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle with a large eye, a tape measure, and you also need to go to the link that I'm going to leave in the description bar below to my basic beanie hat. So I already have a tutorial on that if you just want to go check that out real quick and then come back. The hat that we're going to be working on today is pretty much the same except for the band is different. So if you want to go ahead and do that and then come back, you're going to want to stop probably two rows before the end of your hat. And in that video I discuss how to measure your hat, and I talk about the chart that you should have and whatnot. So if you want to go check that out and then come back. So we're going to pick up at the band part here. I want to do a ribbing band, but the ribbing that I'm going to do is a little bit different than what normally I would do. I was playing around with it the other day and I thought it turned out really nice, so I wanted to share it with you today. So basically I've finished this row off. I've slip stitched to the beginning of that last row, and I'm going to start off with you can chain 3 here, or you can do your alternative double crochet, which is what I'm going to do, which is a single crochet, chain 1, and you want to do that loosely, that way it's not scrunched down. We want it to be the height of the rest of our double crochets. And then in the next stitch we're going to do a front post double crochet. So for a front post, we're not going to go into the stitch right here. We're actually going to go around the leg of the stitch. So I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go through here around the actual body of the double crochet, and I'm going to yarn over and pull up a stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's what we have so far, and that's going to kind of give the ribbing effect that we have. So in the next stitch, we're going to do a regular double crochet into the top of the stitch just like we would do normally. And then in the next one, we're going to do another front post. And you want to make sure that you do these front posts a little bit loose because you don't want it to have to scrunch down. So that's what we have so far. And you can see that it kind of gives it a little bit of a rib effect. So the next one is a regular double crochet, and then in the next one is around the front, it's a front post around the body of the crochet. So that's what we have so far, and we're just going to repeat that all the way around until we get back to where we started. So I will meet up with you after I finish that. I've made it to the last stitch, so my last stitch is going to be a front post double crochet, and then I'm going to join to the top of this chain 3. So that's what it looks like so far. We're going to do one more row of the same thing, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So we want to work the regular double crochets on top of the regular double crochets and the front post on top of the front post. So we're going to just basically do the same thing that we just did for the next row. So I'm going to do my alternative double crochet, and then for the next stitch I'm going to do a front post double crochet, and then a regular double crochet in the next stitch, and then a front post double crochet, and then a regular double crochet, and I'm going to repeat that all the way around. I hope that you were able to see that. I know this yarn's kind of dark. I'm going to continue on until I get around to the end, and then I'll meet up with you there. Okay, I've made it back to my last stitch, which is a front post double crochet. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the top of this chain 3. And then I'm just going to tie off because that's the number of rows that I need for my hat. Your hat may be different. It just depends on the size that you're working on. So that's what it looks like. It's added a nice little ribbing to the edge. I hope you're able to see that okay. I know this is a darker fabric and my lighting's not the greatest today, but I think it's just kind of cute, and it's a different way of doing crochet ribbing. Ribbing is very popular in knitting, so it's nice to be able to do it in crochet too. It doesn't look exactly the same as knitting, but it's pretty much as close as we can get to it, at least in double crochet. So thanks for watching and have a great day.